Hello, everyone out there, everywhere, wherever you are. We're excited today. My name is Coach Lovey Whitfield, and this is a special segment. Can I call it the Lovey Show? No. I'm going to call it It's the Show of the Century. How about that? I'm excited in this month of August, a new beginning, to have the esteem, pleasure, and privilege to be with my sister, Dr. Anana. We are here today, and America, I'm going to say, oh no, I can't say, because this is an international, okay. World, you are about to be blessed from an amazing young lady, my sister, my friend, the coach. Listen, we're going to get into it, but I want to tell you, this young lady has blessed me for, I think we've been going back at least 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just, for the sake of giggles and arguing, we're going to say 10 years. But her spirit has been the same since day one. This young lady is a leader. She's a mother. She's a wife. You know, her husband would say, she's off the market, gentlemen. She's a wife. She's an inspirational leader. She's a platform speaker, an author, a TV host, award-winning author, and so much more. But right now, this is my good friend, and we're going to have a good time. But so the people need to know, and they need to clap it up, chat it up, and however you're going to do it, let us know that you're out there. Allow me to welcome and just say hello again to Dr. Anana.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Listen, I feel like running. Listen, an intro like that by this amazing Miss Lovey, Coach Lovey Laveda Whitfield. It is a pleasure to be here today to share this space and this time with you. I'm honored.
When good spirits connect and when people connect, you can't help but to edify and adore the person, the spirit. And this young lady from, I can't remember the exact time that we connected, but we did, and that was it. And she's so amazing. She shares her mom with all of us. Anybody know her? You know mom. And but it's your laugh is infectious. Your hugs, your heart for the people. A native of New Jersey. This young lady is doing the daggone thing.
Yes, indeed. You know, it's funny because I remember before I even met you. You know, we go back sometimes. People used to always say to me, you act like, you coach like Lovey. They used to tell me that, guys, before I even met her, right? And if you guys know us, right, there's like, you guys, y'all vibe, y'all energy is very similar. So it's incredible that here we are more than a decade later, sitting together, talking and sharing about this new season that we both are in, this new beginning. This new beginning.
And and again, okay, y'all, I'm telling you, look, don't get mad at us. We're gonna love on each other because I heard the same thing, that we're so much alike. And again, because we've always set ourselves aside to serve the people and hug and love on the people and the journey of the people. And see, that's why, ladies and gentlemen, she's such an amazing coach. This young lady works with youth. You have a youth empowerment group with the young girls. And then now she says, listen, I get it, young girls. I got you. I got you. But wait a minute, a mother of 2 boys, no girls, right?
I have all boys, 3 boys.
Three boys. That's right, 3 boys.
Yep.
Oh my word! But took a liking to the young ladies. But then, what I love about you, Dr. Nana, you said there's more. I can reach to the young girls because that's a very valuable age. That young youth. Tell me that age group that again.
12 to 18.
Exactly.
12 to 18.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Yeah.
Yes.
But you said you're doing some amazing things with them. I remember there was a conference a few years ago, several conferences and programs. But then you decided, wait a minute, I do have to do more for people like you and me.
How about that?
And that's called Moms
on a Mission.
Moms on
a Mission.
I'm going to press pause because I'm a mom.
Absolutely.
And I'm still on a mission.
We are.
Come on, tell us.
And that's real.
Yeah, tell us.
And let me even go back. So working with blessed girls, right? Working and mentoring girls, right? You realize, first of all, I can't do it alone, right? So you need to build a team, right? So as you go out and you're working and you're looking for mentors and women leaders, I saw that there was a gap here, right? In working with the girls, there was a certain amount of training and mentorship that had to happen with the women, right? Because a lot of times we grow up, we'll wind up in our 30s, 40s, time will keep on moving, but we're still dealing with some of the same issues.
Wow.
We haven't taken the time to develop ourselves, to learn what makes us happy, right? What true success looks like for us. And really, that's how Moms on a Mission, really developed, right? So I say all the time, like our main, it's just me. It's like you and I, right? Because people will look at us and they're saying, how they do it? You know what I mean? Like, oh no, but you can too, right?
You can too.
You can too. And this is really about, the coaching, the blueprint on how women, so often we lose ourselves. Being a mother, right? Being a wife, right? A coworker. I mean, we're so many things, right? And how do we lose ourselves? But this time, this theme and this platform with Moms on a Mission is that you are possible. You are possible. It's not too late. You can go from being unfulfilled, stuck, right, aggravated. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You don't even understand what and why. But the real root of it is that God wants more from you. Everything he deposited in you, that mission, that purpose, it has to come forth.
Women, did y'all catch that? Listen, everybody that's watching, I want you to make sure you hashtag, put a shout out. Did you tell me that I'm possible?
Oh. I'm possible. Mission impossible? No, it's mission I'm possible.
That is powerful because you know what? You're talking true. Y'all, come on, y'all. Y'all have to go and show her some love. Drop it in the chat. Post it wherever you can that this young lady is telling the truth because you're right. That bridge, you were able to bridge the gap. We work with the young girls, but after they leave your camp, your program, they possibly go home to brokenness.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think, come on, we got to salute you for that because that is a portion that we may miss every so often. I'm possible as a wife, as a mother, as a single mom, as a worker, as a cook.
Absolutely.
But you mean to tell me, Dr. Anana, I'm possible, there's more within me?
More and then some. You haven't even taken the lid off yet. And that's even, again, when people see us, we just getting started, right? Because, I mean, the biggest dream, right, or the vision that you have, believe that God has even more. And how do you get to that, And so that's what Moms on a Mission is about, moving from being unfulfilled, feeling stuck, to being fulfilled, fabulous, because look, Coach Lovey, is she fabulous?
No, right there.
Are we
right
fabulous?
There,
exactly.
Right there.
Fabulous and faithful. And that means not being just faithful to the task, to the journey, but full of faith. Being ready to take those risks, to believe in yourself, right? That's the faithful part, right? And doing all of that with your flaws and all. So go ahead, sis.
Listen,
flaws and all, right?
Ain't nobody perfect. This is the perfect time to go grab your tissue, take a commercial break if you have to. I'm Coach Lovey Whitfield, founder of C2EO, created to empower others. Thanks for joining us for the C2EO Network. If I wanted to really get involved with Moms on a Mission,
sure.
Tell the people out there, how can we follow? Do you have something that you can reveal that's in the making, or just, draw us in a little bit? What's going on?
For sure.
Okay.
We talk about new beginnings, new season. If I'm talking about taking the lid off, it's because that's what I'm doing, right? So we are always leading by example. So Moms on a Mission, Moms Global, you will see us there. We're on Facebook, Twitter, I don't even know. Every social media, YouTube. We already have a lot of trainings and things that are out there. But it's 2021.
Yes.
Listen, we're going to end this year strong. This season, listen, but you know what? We speak to those that, I know it. You know it in your heart. You know what? There's more. We've been through 2020 was a tough, a rough year for many of us. And we like to say the post-pandemic era, right? But some of us, it's still feeling like we in the pandemic, right?
That's true.
Absolutely. But you know what? Here's the thing is that, you know what? Even in that, God is still developing us. He still wants everything, again, that he deposited in us to come through. Listen, come through, come out big and fabulous as you are. So we are excited. I mean, guys, when I tell you Moms on a Mission, I am possible. On Facebook, I believe I am possible. You can find us there. And I love it. Just the fact of even what we're saying, that I am statement. You got to say that for yourself, right?
Yes, you do.
And I have to be honest, even us as women, a lot of times we want that that validation,
Come on.
that from outside, right?
Right.
So you want someone else to tell you you're beautiful,
That's
right?
right,
You want
that's
someone else to tell you you're brilliant and smart. But this is about the inside work. What can you say about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? And those are what we're talking about, what I am, that true identity, being your authentic self, right? So that's just a little bit about it, because again, we become mom, we become wife, we become, the secretary, the Uber driver, we become many things.
That's right.
And we take on those identities.
That's right.
Right? But who really are you? Who God created you to be? And what did he create you to do?
Wow. Who did God create you to be? And then he gave you an assignment.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, it's a song that say, Lord, whatever you're doing in this season, don't do without me. Whatever you're doing in this season, don't do without me.
Let's go.
And
Let's
listen,
go.
I'm going to be one of the moms. I'm going to sit in the front of the class with my notebook and say, excuse me, coach, instructor, doctor, tell me. Because no matter how far we grow in life, there's still, because as we grow, we carry another hat, another title.
Sure. Absolutely.
Because now we're empty nesters. Oh my word.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, I like it.
And it's a beautiful thing, but it's still a transition. It's still a journey.
So that's
right?
another title that we have now. We're empty nesters.
Oh my goodness.
So now we have to really entertain our spouses or entertain ourselves.
What you gonna do with all that, right?
Yeah.
And it's so true. I mean, and you know what? Then sometimes they call it the sandwich generation, right? Where you're taking care of your kids, or your kids are growing up, and then your parents, right? So I've actually had the role. The previous 5 years was caring for my dad with Alzheimer's. So we know that there's all these different, again, roles and hats that we play, right? And you don't want to get stuck, right? And resent, right? Because you get stuck in that place. But again, there is more, and I am possible. Mission I am possible. Yes.
Mission I am possible.
That's right.
That's right. Because it's a mission to get to that place, to feel so comfortable in saying that I am possible. And that is huge. So guys, all the information is right there for you.
Yes.
The Facebook, the Twitter, the IG, the email, the website.
That's right.
Hey, listen, call me, text me, I'll get you to her. Because there's a mission to know that we're possible.
Indeed.
And before we just move on, again, want to definitely pay homage to your dad.
Yes.
And I watched you, the pictures, as you took care of dad, and just the dad's girl dad.
Right.
And I take my hat off to you. May he rest in peace. I want to thank him, Dad. I know you're over. Thank you for this seed right here. Because she's a blessing to us all, to mom, to the husband, to the children, to her team, internationally. So I know Daddy is so proud of his girl, because you're doing that. You do, and again, we just, we pray and keep you lifted in our prayer. Every journey, every step you take. You're such an amazing young lady.
I thank you for that, because of course I mean, and again, post-pandemic and dealing with grief, right? And the loss of loved ones. And I even know, your mom, I mean, losing a parent, it is, but to even forge forward, right? And make them proud.
That's a mission.
Come on.
That's a mission.
Impossible. Exactly. It's serious, and that's real, and we know that. Listen, there's life, and then there's death, right? But what are we doing in between, in the dash, right?
Come on, that dash. That's right.
Is it? So we can even both, relate and attest to that, and I give you honor for that.
Listen, look, I'm telling y'all gonna have fun. You may cry, you may feel it.
Right.
So if any of you all are going out there that's watching Anana, and you may have experienced, and this is not written, but you may have experienced, a parent, a child, a lover, just a close friend, knowing that mission is still possible. Indeed. Mom, sister girl, cousin girl. Talk to the women for a minute.
Absolutely.
It's just for the women. Look, we're here.
Exactly.
It's a journey.
For sure.
Step by step. And see, when you connect with Dr. Anana and what we're about to share with you all momentarily, I believe it's going to bless them through that process. Some people say, well, my mom or my children or someone has been gone many, many years. The sting is still there. Certain words, certain triggers can come up. And you're like, but mission is possible, especially when we know we have those guardian angels that's just, you know, like they just sit in front. I can imagine, I want to tell Dad to find my mom over there. And you know, then they probably, those are babies. Yeah,
right? Indeed.
Yeah,
indeed.
so I understand, you know, both my parents, they're gone on. Again, it's a day by day. And just to see you functioning, coming out with this new project. After that, we're going to talk about that in a moment, guys. So listen, I'm going to give y'all about 2 seconds. You might want to go ahead and get your pen and paper if you hadn't already got it.
For sure.
Because we got to talk about what you just birthed.
Okay.
Post-pandemic.
Come on. That's it.
Post-pandemic.
Yeah.
Some people still panicking, but some people are presenting and putting together platforms and projects that's blessing folks. Indeed. And that's people like this young lady right here, Dr. Anana, the international speaker, the coach, the leader. I think you are also a chaplain.
Yeah. Goodness,
oh my word, chaplain. You've been nominated for several awards all the way out in London. See, as far as I go, it's like Cleveland. But anywho,
funny.
During the pandemic, we all had to shut down, right?
Absolutely.
And I think it was a blessing in disguise
for sure.
because some of us was running like crazy. Then we're in a post pandemic. If you will, and now some of us trying to pick up where we left off. But God said, no, I set you down for a reason. I just happened to sit you down with the whole world. But as we came out, this young lady says, I'm coming out kicking and screaming. Even during the season, so many things happened.
Absolutely.
Your oldest is doing well. Somebody got married. Then one's going off to college. And she's foxy and fine. But she says, God, I hear you.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and release this thing. And it's called Flawed by Design. Embrace your flaws. Walk by faith. Dr. Anana. Baby. This right here. First of all, you look amazing. I just love it. I'm going to steal this copy, America. Don't tell her I stole it.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to steal this copy.
For sure.
This is what I love is that we were in a situation, pandemic. Some sat around. Some gained weight. Some lost weight. Some were creative. You were the creator. And this thing was probably in you. And you came up with this latest publication. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Man, listen, Flawed by Design.
That's what I want to tell you about. This thing right here, y'all. Can anybody relate? Anybody?
Absolutely.
Tell us about this.
Absolutely. And you know, when we always think about our flaws, literally that's most of the times what's holding us back.
Come on.
Right? Are the negative experiences, right? And our own personal flaws, what we consider flaws. Right. And even when you think about the pandemic, typically the flaws were actually really exemplified, right?
That's right.
Really, everything was extra, right? If you will.
I agree.
Because you're stuck home, right? With your children or what have you, Zooming, doing all kinds of things. Right? But yeah, I mean, that was just truly a blessing to really be able to come out now and to birth this in this season. And as we're talking about new beginnings. But, you know, when we talk about Flawed by Design, see, people see, but they just don't know.
Who is this book for?
Man, yes.
Who is this book for? Because see, some people are like, I'm flawless. No, honey, you're full of flaws. Maybe favored,
please.
But full of flaws. Who is this book for?
Goodness.
Besides me, because
for sure. Because that's the thing. When specifically women, young ladies, you know, and just people in general, right? That you feel that stuck. You feel unfulfilled, right? And what is holding you back? And it's typically those negative experiences and the flaws. But I know at this time in this season that God wants to use those things. Listen, you're created by design, and he didn't make no mistakes.
Not
so
one.
The tone of my voice, my loud, my big nose, my loud, my big head, everything that you saying, everything that the enemy is trying to get to hold you back, to keep your mouth quiet, to get you to not take those steps and move forward. Those are the things that God wants to use Those are the things that he wants to put the spotlight on, and really not for you, but for those else that can be free and be at liberty because of that. So really, flawed by design. And when we talk about embrace your flaws, embrace all of that, whatever it is, whatever it is, you embrace that and you allow God to develop that, to enrich that, right?
Yes.
Because that's what's going to make the difference. That's really what's going to make the difference. So flawed by design is who you are. Who you are, trust in the Creator. God did not make no mistakes when he made you. So listen, my mom could attest. I think when I was born, one of my legs was shorter than the other. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know we all have our flaws. Now we can get made up and go out, you know, in the world, but you guys know what are those flaws, what are those things, right? And so flawed by design is really about that, getting to the place where you can accept your flaws and not even just accept them, but embrace them. Walk by faith, okay? Embrace them and walk by faith in who God created you to be.
So, in other words, it's for you. It's for you. It's for you. It's for you.
That's right.
Whatever angle, whatever device you're looking at, this message right now was for you to hear that this book is for you.
Absolutely.
And this is the thing I love, and thank you for your transparency. You know, you're talking about, you know, our curves, our hips, and our laugh, and these things that sometimes we often put ourselves down for, but it's us, you know. And I get that, which is huge, and even just to tell us about as a baby, you know, and look at you now. She walked pretty fine to me, boy, them legs are balanced to me. Ask her husband, he said she's beautiful to him. But so the thing is, this book is for everyone. Yeah. But Dr. Anana, I mean, you working on, you know, projects, you're speaking abroad, you know, you're taking care of family, you're a leader in your community. So with all that coming out of the pandemic, you could have been like everyone else, go take you a trip. You need a break. You want to be masked off. You want to do something. But so why now? This really could have waited to the beginning of the year. You know,
you think? Yeah, why not?
But so why now?
You know what? It is. I feel like it's so important because, especially again, moms that have been home, you know, with family, right? You're not really sure what to do. Right. And again, the pandemic, how can I say it? Listen, if you didn't come out of 2020, listen, better. Listen, you are not the same, right? We are not the same. So if we take those experiences that we went through, and if we didn't take that to say, listen, I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to live my best life. I'm not taking listen, today is a gift. I'm going to do what I'm set out to do, what I'm called to do in this season. Who's to say? 3 years from now, 2 years from now, 2 months from now.
Say it.
There are no guarantees.
No guarantees.
There's no guarantees. And it is time now to live your best life, to fulfill your purpose, right? To fulfill your destiny, those dreams, those visions, everything that God has put inside of you, it's time to come forth. It really, really is time to come forth. And so this is just really the awareness about it, knowing, listen, these flaws, they ain't holding me back no longer. Going through that divorce, that miscarriage, you know what I mean? What have you, that loss, that grief, you didn't go through that for nothing. Listen, that's the experience. That's the flavor. Okay? That's the flavor he has given you.
The flavor. I love that. I read that. That's the flavor. I love that flavor.
Come on.
You got to get it because she talks about flavor. I like that. But you know what, Dr. Anana? That's that dash. Yeah. When you talk about, you know, the loss or, you know, the experiences, that's that dash. Because, you know, life was not promised, but it was a gift. But once we have life, we know what is promised is the expiration. But it's that dash in between. And girl, you got me. I want to run around, but I don't know if the cameras can catch me because I'm so fast.
Yeah, I know.
You know, because most people thought I was going to be in the Olympics this year, but I said, nah, we got to do this video. So I let them do it. Catch me in how many years? I don't even know how often.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. I'll be ready. Right. Wait for that. But in here, I know that's not my dash.
That's right.
But having fun, y'all. Having fun.
Absolutely.
But so, you know, with this book, I mean, again, easy read, and the
absolutely.
workbook attached to it, which is amazing, because this is something I call it like a pocketbook.
That's
I
right.
put it in my pocketbook.
Right.
I can put. I'm on a plane. I need this. I need a refresher. I need something because I'm going through something and I forgot me, or I'm feeling some kind of way and I forgot me. But wait a minute, my good girlfriend. Now we go way back. Some of y'all go way back now.
Right.
I introduced you to my friend here. Go way back. She reminded me that I'm flawed by design, and so sometimes you need to pick this up. So again, you're a businesswoman, y'all. Let's not get it twisted. The public speaker, the coach, inspirational leader,
coins, right?
businesswoman, know how to work a business.
Yes.
I've watched her, witnessed her in action. So even with this, I mean, I don't know, you're not looking at this necessarily as a monetary, well, maybe so. Business is business because that's one of the hats that we wear.
Sure.
But this question is going to really pull out your goal for the book. And I know you don't have to discuss, monetary things, not that. But what's Dr. Anana's goal for this project?
Yeah.
Come on.
So, it's funny because you really do need to have a goal,
Yes.
right? You do need to have a plan, an end game, right, in mind, right? So that's definitely, leadership, and I love that about you, right? And even about that we have that. So, yes, so my goal, even again, starting this out, new beginnings in August of 2021, the goal is to work with and to help 100 women. Now, because I could have said 10, 15, or 12, right? But we're going to go big and go home, right?
That's right.
So it's to help 100 women, right? To really fulfill their mission, to say, listen, I am possible. And knowing that, you get that, first of all, by getting clarity, right? Because a lot of times, again, we take on a lot of hats, we take on a lot of personalities, characteristics, right? But we need to really get clear on who God, your unique call. And I say that because my call is not Laveda's call, right? Your call is not my call, but taking the time and doing the work, your due diligence to understand uniquely how you have been called, uniquely what you are created to do. That's who I am looking for. That's who I want to work with. So 100 women in the next 6 months will be coming out strong saying, what? I am possible. It's mission, I am possible. Whatever that strategy is, albeit business, albeit your business plan, your nonprofit, your album, where them singers, plenty of folks singing on, sitting on gifts, right? Whatever that may be, the book, you know what it is, but why put it off for tomorrow? What we know that you can do today, we can embrace your flaws and we can get you to operate and move forward by faith.
Woo, my God. Wait, I'm sorry. What we're going to have to do, we have a correction in that last segment. There's 99 positions available. Okay, how about 98? Because I can see mother 5%. Okay, 2 of those are already taken because we're in it.
Absolutely.
Because I got to be a part. I mean, listen, because again, there's so much that we can learn from each other. Iron sharpens iron. And we could, really build from that. Because I love when you talk about we created. My company is called Created to Empower Others. We got to know all of this in us is not just for us to take it to the grave. No, sir. You got to work that thing that's created in you, but understand, identify it may be flawed, but it's by design.
Oh, come on.
You mean to tell me my froggy voice was designed?
Yes. Yes.
Somebody said, you mean to tell me I'm short, I'm tall, I'm wide, I'm slim. It was, but then is it really a flaw? Well, I get it, because then you start thinking about, well, hold up.
Thank you.
That's not a flaw after all.
No, not at all. And I tell you what, and we think of the greats. I mean, you could say Serena Williams, you could say Prince, Van Gogh. I mean, a lot of the things that you see, you appreciate the greatness. You appreciate the ending of it. But I promise you, every person that you consider your idol is flawed. But what you do is you appreciate and you celebrate right? That they embraced their flaws, right? And they were able to move forward and develop into the greatness that they see, right? So that's just really what we do.
That's what we do.
It really is. And the thing is, it's not, there really is no arrival point. Can I be real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
I've
this
made
thing
it.
is, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Look, but look, can I have
Yes,
a little
please,
fun?
come on.
Y'all don't get mad. Okay, we're not gonna name names, but these superstars, super beautiful bodies to die for, can't keep a husband, they divorced, or he can't keep a wife. But we may look at them, oh, you arrived, you have everything, but it's still something in them. So I'm talking about you, and if you're watching, go ahead. You may have 97%.
Yeah, right, because they're going.
Yeah, listen, I can see them now. They go,
right.
They said on the set, what?
Yeah,
we got 95, 5 already taken. Because one of them superstars that reached out to the team and said, this is real.
Yeah.
And again, when you go back, if we could piggyback, when you work with the young girls, but when they send the young girls home, there's that void. So you say, no, we're going to stop that generational curse right there.
Indeed. And I tell you, even blessed girls, right? So again, as you work with girls, and the thing is, that was a part of, cutting the learning curve. If we can get to them young, right? And we can help them to understand those flaws, that gap, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? The skin color, where I came from, my parents, I may have been a victim of abuse, of rape. That's all that. He wants to take all that. There were no mistakes, right? You need to embrace that and come forth. So working with the girls, that was one thing. But even again, it was about cutting the learning curve. How can and honestly, I don't know, one question where we were just talking about, maybe it was self-love. I think because that's a part of the book. Self-love, right? Valuing yourself was, when did I even learn that? It was like my 40th birthday, y'all. Honestly, right? So when you can learn ahead of time, when we can teach self-love, right? And to know that I am beautiful well in advance to a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old. Do you know, you're talking about really canceling some curses, right? When you're talking about ending some generational things, we can absolutely do that. But again, there are women, like, I really started to understand and learn about self-love. My 40th birthday, it hit me like, wait a minute, 40, what's going on? What do I really like?
That's right. But if we go back, if we just have a good time with everyone.
Yes, come on.
If we go back, generations prior was not taught. And then unfortunately, if we start talking about skin tone and backgrounds, if you wasn't a certain shade, if you wasn't a certain build, but these are the things that we're not talking about, just a vanity of being, that I am beautiful.
That's right.
I am beautiful with my mind. I'm beautiful with my spirit, with my soul, with my walk, with my talk. And I happen to be drop dead gorgeous on top
of that.
That's just, and drop dead gorgeous and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. My father said that was beautiful.
Come on.
So I already know that I'm cute.
Come on.
I'm cute, y'all. You cute. You cute. But so you're not talking about, so young ladies who's watching, we're not talking about a vanity perspective, but at the same time still know that you're still confident and know that you're beautiful both inside and out. And so, Doctor, you this workbook, y'all, be prepared. Matter of fact, don't even go through this workbook with an ink pen. You might want to go with a pencil. Don't use no crayon get an old school #2 pencil, sharpen it with an extra eraser. Because I can see us going through the journey, even if you try to do it without you, going through the journey, through the actual workbook, at first putting on this facade because we've been taught to cover so much.
Indeed.
So we ask these deep questions. I'm a quick answer. So I get to the next stage. But then if you challenge, I know you are going to challenge us to really go back, dig deep. Come on, be for real. You may have to erase that foolishness that you have now portrayed and believed.
The veil.
So you want to talk about the workbook? You think they're ready?
I think they're ready. Yeah, they're here for it.
They're ready. Okay.
They're here for it.
This workbook, and again, of course, with respect of the project that's going to be coming forth, the workshop, the boot camp, we're not going to tell it all because people try to get stuff free. I've been through the class and only watched one video. Ain't been to not one class, one video. I'm not flawed no more.
Exactly. The process.
I told you we're going to have some fun.
Indeed.
To talk about the people when they watching us. Okay. But anyway,
so
don't try to to bootleg your way in. Go through the full course, but we'll talk about a few. Is that okay?
For sure.
So when you talk about in the book and in the workbook, actually, I pulled this thing up. He says, along this growth journey and becoming the woman that I am today. So she talked a little bit about that.
Right.
I have realized that my flaws are actually by design. So then you say, you talk about fly. She fly, y'all. Real fly.
Yeah.
See, young folks don't know the word fly.
That
yeah, they ain't ready.
does.
Yeah, we're telling our age.
That does mark us.
Yeah. Okay. So fly means
Right.
you know. I don't know, like that. I don't even think they say that no more. Anyway, good, look good, got it going on. Fly. You just look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
Correct.
Y'all catch up with us. But what Dr. A decides, she says, no, fly is first love yourself.
Yes.
That's self-love.
Yeah.
Now you were talking about that a little bit, but if you don't mind,
Sure.
you said around your 40s.
Sure.
Take me back in the 30s, the 20s, the teens. What were, do you remember some of the life-changing moments or those, life-changing moments that caused you to fall out of love? What God has created, what your dad and your mom helped bring forth, but God created. Do you remember some of those times
Sure.
that somebody else says, man, she must have been living with me. That was me too. Talk to us.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you know, when you think of going back, and you talked about it, first societal things, right? As a woman of color, you know, a girl, there's certain things you're supposed to be, you know, that I thought that was beyond me. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we take on this limited thinking, especially a girl, a woman of color, right? And so we would never even think, I never thought about being a pilot, right? Or, you know, even a lawyer, things that, because it was the limited belief in society, right, that had placed on me. So that usually was what happened, especially to young folks, right? It's what your community is saying, what's your space, your area, what are people doing around you? So that's always the thing. And then we always even think about globally, you know, about a lot of girls that, I mean, once they get to the age like 8 or 10 years old, if your family don't have the money for you to go to school, you don't go to school.
That's it.
Right? So they're capped off immediately. So we don't even consider it. Like, you either in the field, you working, you literally having a baby by 12, being married to someone. So these are some of the things that we would consider even as young. But I would say a lot of times now you start, you know, dating, right? You know what I'm saying? Trying to make that your boyfriend happy, right? Well, what does he like? What does he like you in? What does he like you to do? What does he drink? What does he eat?
Real talk.
Right? You understand? You take on all those things, right? So that's another piece of it, right? Then you get into corporate, right? I worked in corporate America for 15 years, well plus. But, you know, okay, well, what is corporate? What does that look like? What does my hair have to look like to be accepted in the corporate arena? What colors can I not even wear? I, you know, couldn't even wear yellow, if you will. Like, it was gray, you know, blue, black. Honestly, I know I'm probably dating myself, but what is it expected of me in this area? Let's think about church. Okay, I know y'all might not want to talk about it, but what am I supposed to wear in church, right? What are we supposed to do there? What am I supposed to wear? Who am I supposed to be around? What songs am I supposed to sing, right? Who am I supposed to hang around with? Who my friends are supposed to be, right? All of these things, right, are just dictated, but see, it's molding you, right? And so we want to get back to the real design of who God created you to be and what you are created to do. That's really, honestly, let's just get back to that, because we take on all of these things, and that's when we're saying about really first love yourself, right? It's taking the time to say, first of all, what does God say about me? What has he called me to be? Can we get to the root of that? Because honestly, even parents, listen, my mother right here, but I'm gonna tell you, you know, her influence, right, of what she thought I was supposed to be, or what I was supposed to do, or who I was supposed to be with, right? We have all of that influence, right? But now at this point, let me see about me. Let me really hear what is God saying for me, for my life, my vision, my purpose. And that takes some work.
That takes
and we
some
still,
work.
sis, we still working.
We still working.
we still on this journey.
I'm trying to take a break from the work that's still on this journey. I just want to take a coffee break if I could, because it's continual. So was it? And I'm gonna do it.
Come on.
Because what was it? High school? Was it bring us into Dr. Anana, if you will.
Sure.
Because somebody says, okay, man, she sounds so polished. She gave us, the stats. She gave us the history. She gave us, scenarios of what's going on, and it's all true. We all can agree that it's true. But Dr. Anana, how were you? You don't look a bit of flawed anywhere. The girl's sharp from the head to the toenails. I'm just telling you. Somebody said, okay, what have you experienced to validate Flawed by Design, embrace your flaws, walk by faith?
Indeed.
Come on, talk to me. Talk to me.
Even closer on and now, I remember working in corporate America, making six figures, corner office. You know what I mean? Like, everything that on the outside I had achieved. Arrived there and being as aggy, being as unfulfilled, and drinking a bottle of wine probably every day, working, if you talk about a 40-hour week, working a 60 to 70, sometimes 80-hour a week, never being home with my children, never being home with my spouse. Let's be clear.
Come on.
Listen, on the verge of divorce, listen, what they say, t-shirt, keychain, all of that.
Baseball cap, the mug. Now we got mugs.
Right? And so I really had to say, okay, listen, it was good. Money in the bank, everything. Look, because I got to go to TJ Maxx and do things. Look, I can't do like what I used to, right? But really making the decision that, listen, I got to get to my core. I have to be what God created me to be. Now, I've reached here, but guess what? This ain't it.
So what? Well, go ahead.
That's a wrestle within itself, like, guys, because again, on the outside it looks good, right? But the courage, the confidence, right, to get to the root of it, like this, there's more. Now I'm supposed to stay here. I'm supposed to retire here, sis, right? Like, this is it. What you talking about? How you gonna walk away from this? How you gonna do that? But that really was probably one of the real epiphany, if you will, for me, and how Blessed Girls came from that. But God all worked it out with leaving that job and caring for my father, developing the nonprofit, being able to travel and do the things that we do. But it's up to you. The decision really is yours, because I could still be right there. And I know we're talking to some folks that you're right there, but you know that there's more. Yeah. You know, and that's where the unfulfillment, the aggravation, that's really where it comes from, because you're really operating out of really your assignment. You're really operating not really in the space where you were created to be.
You know what? And what I heard you say, Doctor, and I got to let you take some water, take a break or something. But you know what I heard her say, that defining moment was allowing this job to define her worth and her value. And even when she was hired for the position, very qualified, wasn't making just pennies, y'all. She was making the bills, okay? Still, you found yourself, as beautiful and favored as you are, still having to prove yourself, work harder than the next cubicle, let's just say it that way, because society considered a beautiful, let's just say what it is, a beautiful African-American woman flawed by the color of her skin and because of her race. But no, honey, that's flavor. That's flavor. But still, you find that defining moment, you were still grinding and pushing and pushing. And probably, Dr. Anana, it would never be enough, because someone else could come in the opposite cubicle, look different from you, and still leave with the 40 hours and never get, and you will never get the proper respect and accolades that you so deserve. Defining moments, everybody. Some of us are in that position, whether it be corporate America, military, home-based business, or whatever, and you're not being careful with allowing society to define who you are and call it flawed. No, honey, it's your flavor.
Yes, it is.
If Dr. Anana can walk away from the corner office, 6 figures, but she was doing it on the back of the family and the husband.
What was at stake? Yes.
What
was I sacrificing for it? What was I sacrificing for it? So that really was a pivotal moment for me. And I know that us now, you watching, right, after 2020, now being 9 months, 8 months into 2021, you're at a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
And that's just real. Like, I'm just saying, you are at a pivotal moment. And honestly, enough is enough. Like, if you have not done the work to really understand, again, who you are created to be, right? Trust the designer. Trust the designer. He made no mistakes. He designed you. He knows you. And another big part of it is knowing your worth.
Knowing your
worth. And we talk about that in the book. Really, that takes time. And I always say this, I say this as a joke, but you can't go to any car dealership. I don't know what's your best car, Laveda? What's your car you love?
My next one.
What's your next one? Because y'all be ready, because she don't play. What?
I think I'm gonna go for a Bentley.
A Bentley.
I think I'm gonna allow Bentley to allow me to drive. I think I'm gonna let. Come on.
So the Bentley, all right. So you can't, but Coach, you can't go to the Bentley dealer and say that when you ride, you pick out the color, the interior that you want. They don't say, well, how much you want to pay, right?
You're right.
They don't. The value is already set. It's already there. It's already there. So we have not done that work, right? To really understand how valuable you are, and the worth and the value that you have and that you add to others around you. So this is so important. And I know last thing is, is when we talk about how to even protect that. So once you identify your worth, once you identify your value, you got to protect that thing. Listen, and I think I said this. So let's say your Bentley, you'll never see a Bentley and a Hyundai in the same showroom.
No.
They just won't. Now, I don't have nothing against a Hyundai.
No, me either.
Listen, I ain't got nothing against it.
Yes,
listen, I got nothing against it, right? And they each add value.
That's right.
Right? That Hyundai gonna get you from one point to the other. That Bentley gonna get you to one, but they will never be in the same space.
Wow.
Okay. So once you know who you are, you determine your worth, right? Then you got to protect your space. I just can't be with some, because if you don't know your value, right, and you're around me, one or two things happen. You either gonna lower my value, or you're gonna have to learn to raise your value. So your worth and your value is all a part of self-love. FLY being fly. That's just a little something. We gonna get that.
Look, I'm gonna let her take a 2-minute break, because I want to go more into that word. I kind of cheated, guys. We're going to tap into that word. Yes. We got to let Dr. Anana, the coach, the speaker, you got to take a break, because if you, again, we're not going to bootleg the process and give it all, but we got to talk to some people, again, who still in that defining moment in their lives. Ain't nobody told you to leave your good job, your paying job, absolutely. Because I can only give you advice. I can't give you a salary right now. No. Wait on the Lord.
For sure. For sure.
But don't allow, your current circumstance define who you are and then that work. Let's take a quick break, because I need you to go ahead. We'll be back.
Okay.
Bye, y'all. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Dr. Anana, and I am super excited to be here with you today. I am the founder of Blessed Girls Global and Moms on a Mission. So listen, I'm speaking to you today. If you are a mom, if you are a woman, and you're feeling unfulfilled, you're feeling stuck, and you really need clarity to God's unique calling on your life, I want you to join me. Join me on our Flawed By Design bootcamp. Go to ananapfeiffer.com or text the word flawed and let's get connected. It's time for you to live your life fearless, fabulous, flaws and all.
You left me on a cliffhanger. Talk about that worth, because I've been in that position, Dr. Nana. I've been in that position where I felt worthless. Didn't know, where do I fit in? How does this little city girl, just, it's so many things, the mind. If you could tell the people who's watching, who's following, 3 points and just tapping into their worth, Dr. Nana, Anana, coach, minister, sister, talk to her, because she's watching you. And she just needs to know this little piece right there. What would you say, Dr. Nana?
Well, the three things, oh my goodness. And again, this is work. You know what I mean? Like there is no magic because we still do it. Like, I mean, I want to always be honest with that. Is that every day is a process. Every day is a journey. Even as we talk about dealing with grief and loss, every day. Like there are not, this day is like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Right? But so that's self-talk. I mean, I really feel like the power of affirmations is so true. The I am statements, right? And you do them when you're at your strong point, or you do them when you're in a strong environment. So that's why workshops and sessions and being a part of what we have coming is so important, right? Because you create your truth.
You create your truth.
You create that. Your reality, we are typically like everything, in the atmosphere, in the environment, in the culture, that's not my reality. And that's a lot of what the struggle happens as well. So I always say, I am statements. Understand exactly who you are. You define who you are and not let others do that. Let's not do that. The other thing is a part of that, and it's probably pre-work, is the Bible.
Come on.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know, but who you are created, right? And when you want to see some giants, right? And you want to know that, I even think of like Moses. He was like, me speak? You must God. He's like talking to God. Who? You can't be talking to me.
You mean
of all people? This stuttering. It's no way, right? So even when you question it and you not sure of your value, just check the book, because there's plenty of people that are flaws and all, right? That somehow were able to be great, to do great, and here we are years later reading about them, and God has them as examples, right?
Yes.
So I would say definitely get in the Word, and then your history. Listen, we come from kings, queens. Listen, I mean, I don't know what they're not teaching in schools and not teaching our children.
Yes.
But sis, our ancestors, you know what I mean? You even think about warriors, right?
Yes.
Women and men that did amazing things, lived amazing. So knowing and learning your history and of your ancestors, you might not have to go that far back, but considering those things, I think those would be my three things. Your I am, your affirmations. I gotta say, get into the Word. I'll unashamedly about it. What did the designer, right? What did your creator say about you? And check your history. Your history, your ancestors. We are standing on the shoulders of giants, right?
Giants.
I mean,
yes.
So when you know that, and you really know who especially people of color, where we come from, and the things that we have built, right? I mean, the books ain't gonna tell you, right? But you can go for yourself. I heard them say, listen, if you don't want Black folks to know something, you put it in a book.
Hide it in a book.
Did you hear that? Right?
Yep, I heard that.
So we need to do the research for ourselves, because they're not going to teach us. So those will probably be two of my top things, really in regards to worth, and especially a Black woman.
Wow, y'all heard that? I am. Check the book and check your history.
Yeah.
Listen, if your first generation wasn't good, go past them.
Absolutely.
Because we're standing on the shoulders of giants.
Come on.
People who built this thing.
And it's real. And just even to that, it's just, we wind up believing a lie. Not even just believing it, but living it. And underneath our privilege, underneath who we really are, and we see it. We see it. So let's get the facts for yourself.
Get the facts.
And once you get the facts, then you lay out your own facts. You say the statements about who you are and who you called to be. You have the power.
I love
you really have the power.
Said, I got the power. That's a good time. Do the old school. I'm telling my age again.
Right.
I'm getting kind of heavy. Okay. Anyway, we used to have a good time together. Now listen, y'all said we always listen. We were in business together. We built relationships together,
all
family
around the world.
But again, just enjoyed each other, and again to be together today on this Flawed by Design platform. Embrace your flaws, walk by faith. As we get ready to, I guess we gotta stop.
I had a bonus. You asked me for three, but I have four. I have four, right? So in order to really know your worth, right, and you're not really sure where to go and how to get there, right, then I invite you to join Moms on a Mission, all right? Come on and be a part of this vibe, this tribe, this vibe. Now, this is a vibe. Listen, you need energy, right? You know, the folks around you a little dry, little you know what I mean? You got to get into the right environment and also the right alignment.
That's right.
I know you know that. It is so key to be connected to people that are not where you don't want to be, or even where you at, but where you want to be even further. So I invite you to be a part of Moms on a Mission. Connect with us. Go to the website. You text the keyword flawed. Get connected, and don't wait. You do it now. Do it now. Be a part of the tribe and join us at our upcoming boot camp.
Oh man, wait, the phone just rang. You only got 90 more slots, man. It's just growing.
And that's even less. So the first boot camp, we really taking 10 slots.
Wow.
So you really do need to act right away.
Because I respect your humble number of 100, but you know there's more.
Okay.
There's more. There's more. Maybe the first, we're going to celebrate the first 100 that will be able to just be in that first inaugural class. Okay. Because there's more. Yeah. Because it's just there. I just received that. I mean, it just dropped in me. There's more. You're modest about the first 100. But he says there's more. With something like this, flawed, and you talk about that flavor, I can't tell it. You got to get your own book. They're trying to get me to tell it.
I know.
They trying to text me, Laveda, tell it. I won't tell it. No. Listen, look, Dr. Anana, Coach, we got to go ahead, and I got to let you go, but you talk about, again, embracing the flaws, walking by faith. You know, wow, I just love this. It's so powerful. But this is the thing. What are your hopes from this particular project? I'm thinking just church ministries, women's groups, jail ministry. Come on, jail ministry, book clubs. I don't Girl Scouts. I don't care. Boy Scouts, if you will.
Come on.
80 Scout. Okay, I'm sorry. You know, everybody. What are your hopes and desires for the full movement of what this thing could do in the household, the house?
Yeah, indeed.
Starting with her, because that's who we connect with first. It's her. It's her. For sure. But the household, getting this in the household of her. Groups, organizations, what are your desires? And as you share your desires, then again, before we go, make sure you share with the people how they can connect with you. Let them know that spaces are running out. Matter of fact, I got another text just 2 seconds ago. It's a text going on. Y'all just can't see it. It's happening. Again, send us back to how we can get with you. And I'm sure you're going to have it publicized on the screen for the people. But again, what's your hopes and desires and dreams for the organizations that's going to pick this up and change their household? For sure. Dr. Anana, I give it back over to you for the final of everything.
Thank you, man. The time has gone by so fast. And, you know, we can even just get emotional for us being here today. Because, again, Flawed by Design is exactly what this is today. What we've gone through, our experiences, different, same, right? And that it's all a part of the journey. And for God to bring us back to this space, for this time, for this day, this is all about it. This is real, y'all. Okay, so for that, I just say thank you. I thank you. I always say for your yes, because you could be anywhere, you could be doing anything, but for you to share this space with me and to help me to launch this project, I so appreciate you and your sisterhood. And this is what it's about, guys. Like, don't miss that. Right? Just don't miss that, because neither one of us did not know. Like, it was just really moving by faith and being here today. So I truly salute you and honor you in that. So let me tell you. So the first thing is clarity. I got to just be honest with you. It ain't clear. You know what I'm saying? You're not really sure. I know. But clarity. And clarity on what, right? Getting clear, having a clear vision about your unique call, your unique purpose. That is number one. And I say unique because you are not like anyone else. You were flawed by design. So we need to get clear on that, because once we clear on that, your unique gifting, your unique design, you are truly unstoppable. And the other thing is your true identity. Your true authentic identity, who you are, again, who you are created to be, right? And then what you are created to do. Two different things. Right? So I'm created, I'm a daughter, I'm a mother, or I'm a wife, right? I could be a business leader, but what am I created to do? Who am I created to make a difference with? That's different, right? So understanding exactly who that is, walking in your true identity. When let's check the identity. You can't get to no place on an airplane, get into any secure building, anything of worth of value. They got to check your identity. And if we had to check your identity today, are you clear on that? So if not, if the answer is for that, then I truly invite you to be a part of this time, this season, Flawed by Design, Moms on a Mission, where, listen, you can go from being unfulfilled, you know what I mean? Unfulfilled, frustrated, overlooked, right? To being fulfilled, fabulous, faithful, flaws and all. Join me there. I am Dr. Anana. Listen, I welcome you. You go to the website, you click the link, you get registered today. You text the word flawed to the number on there that is showing, and let's get you started. Because the time is now. The clock is ticking. The space is going. We getting this thing started. So come on and join us. Moms on a Mission, where what we say, I am possible.
Wow. Listen, again, thank you guys for joining us on today. Absolutely a blessing. I know that you can't wait for us to stop, so you can go ahead and register. Text flawed. Flawed. Yes. So therefore, you can make sure you're in position. I'm going to be in position.
Yes.
And it's been my pleasure to come in the home with you today with a dear, dear friend of mine. And bless me, I got me a parting gift. Sorry, you don't have one. I got one. Get yours. Make sure you order your copy. Yes. All the information is available for you. But get in position to understand Flawed by Design. Embrace your flaws. Walk by faith. I just love looking at it. Coach Lovey Whitfield, created to empower others. But first, starts with you. Love you guys.